Hello everyone guys, good morning all of you. Hi everyone, good morning. My name is Afreen Azmat and I am your PPB and IEIFS educator in English medium, right? So we are going to start unit second of PPB, that is AML KYC guidelines. So again, I am not going to complete this chapter because this chapter is a very lengthy topic. I am just going to discuss one and two important topics which is related to your examination. Okay, so everyone just kindly comment, is everything is working fine? Audio, video, everything is working good, everything is working fine? Yes or no? Hi guys, good morning. Okay, so we are going to start the AML KYC guidelines, right? So AML KYC guideline, first of all, the very important thing that is known as money laundering. What is money laundering? Money laundering is a process of cleaning the dirty money. Dirty money is what? Dirty money is when you are originating any money from any illegal source and infusing it into the financial system and creating a illusion that it has been generated from a legitimate source, then it is known as the money laundering. Okay, so money laundering is what? Money laundering is the process of laundering the dirty money. Okay, money laundering is what? When you have dirty cloth, you will put that dirty cloth in the washing machine to clean it, right? So the same process is here when the money is generated from illegal activity. Now this money need to be laundered, right? This money needs to be cleaned, and that's why this money is introduced in the financial system in such a way that it has been originated from a legitimate source, that it is known as the money laundering. Now, if we talk about the money laundering, there is money laundering, there is a financial crimes, and there is terrorism financing. So these three are actually considered as triads. Triads means these three are very closely related with each other: the money laundering, the financial crimes, and the terrorist funding, right? So these three are very closely related with each other, right? Next, if we talk about the stages of money laundering. Now, what are stages of money laundering? So, stages, just look at this picture. Okay, so there is a one person, first of all, he derived money from any of the criminal activities like drug trafficking or anything, right? Now, this money is now placed into the financial system. First, the very first step of money laundering process is the placement. Whenever the dirty money has been earned, now this dirty money is put into bank accounts, right? So there are multiple bank accounts which has been opened and the money is put in the bank account. This putting money into the financial system, this infusing money into the financial system, it is called as the placement, right? Now, second is layering. Now you have moved this money, you have to move this money into multiple bank accounts, as well as each bank account is layered with some good financial transaction. Why? So as to hide the original source of this. So as to hide the original source of this. This is known as the layering, right? And there is a fourth stage or third stage which is known as integration. Integration, now all these monies are collected. All these money are collected and then this money is utilized for acquiring some assets. Now this money is utilized for acquiring some asset which is known as the integration, right? So these are the stages of money laundering. The very first stage is the placement. Okay, first the money is earned, now this money is placed into the financial system as if it is generated from a legitimate source. This is known as the placement. Second step is layering. Now this actually moves to different accounts, okay, and layered it with a good transaction so has to hide the original source. And third is the integration. Now these money are integrated, and then this money is actually utilized to acquire some asset, which is known as the integration. These are the step of the money laundering, right? Placement, integration, and layering. Next, money laundering offenses. Very important thing. So there are obviously different guidelines and frameworks that has been introduced to prevent this money laundering. And there is an organization which is known as Financial Action Task Force. Financial Action Task Force is responsible for formulating guidelines and framework for the anti-money laundering thing, right? Now, what happens if you are found guilty in money laundering case? So first of all, according to the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, Section 45 describes this money laundering offense as cognizable and non-bailable offense. Cognizable means you are arrested without any warrant, and non-bailable means you will not get bail in this money laundering case. So this is Section 45. Now, what is the punishment? So section 4 of this act defines the punishment of money laundering offense, and it is a rigorous punishment of not less than 3 years up to the maximum of 7 years. So this is not less than 3 years to the maximum of 7 years. And if it is related with any drug or psychotropic substance, then it is up to maximum of 10 years also. So this is the punishment depending upon the gravity of the task, or given gravity of the crime, the imprisonment is decided, and it range between 3 years to 7 years. Okay, next. Next is know your customer policy. See, KYC, know your customer policy. It is actually a process of identifying the customer. The process of identifying and verifying the customer, and just checking it that the customer is claiming, whatever customer is claiming is correct or not correct. That is known as KYC. See, in early days, when a new customer is coming to the bank does what? Either the bank just have the identification of that person from any existing customer, or there should be any employee who is identifying that customer. It was process, but it was process which was not applicable in the case of opening of a new branch, right? And that's why the bank comes up with the innovative thing that is known as know your customer, KYC. KYC is the proper process of identification and verifying the customer's identity, right? So, for example, I'm going to a bank and I'm claiming that my name is Afreen Azmat. So, the bank need to check, okay, you are claiming that you are Afreen Azmat, whether you are Afreen Azmat or not. This process is known as know your customer policy. Okay, so it is a mandatory process of identifying and verifying the client's identity while opening the account, and periodically over time. In other words, MAC must ensure that the clients are genuinely who they claims to be. Right now, under this KYC, there is a very important thing that is known as a risk categorization. So if there is any new customer coming, okay, in the bank, the customer is actually categorized into 3 risk. Okay, the customer is actually categorized into 3 categories. Okay, first is the medium risk customer, high risk customer, and low risk customer. For example, if you are any customer who are dealing more and more in cash, like jewelers, you are a high risk customer. If you are any person who are an employee, okay, normally you are receiving salary on every first and everything is cool and good, then you are a low risk customer. And risk categorization, the checking and review of this risk categorization is done or carried out on every 6 months, right? So this is known as the risk management. So this is some of the important topic for AML and KYC guideline. Let's practice some question. The very first question is, customers are typically categorized into how many risk categorization? Everyone, please answer this question. Customers are categorized into dash risk categories. I have told you. Please answer this question. So, customers are actually classified into three risk categories: high, medium, and low risk category, right? So three risk categories, customers are typically categorized into three risk categories, right? Next, see, which of the following describes the money laundering process? Which of the following describes the money laundering process? Placement, layering, and integration. Yes, all of the three. So all one, second, and third. Placement, placing into the financial system the dirty money and creating the illusion that it has been generated from a legitimate source. Okay, then layering it with some good financial transaction, and finally integrating it and utilizing that money to start some legitimate business. That is known as the process of money laundering, right? Now, this is only few topics of the complete unit. So there is a lot of AML KYC guidelines, very important things which is actually important for all of you. And that's why I am coming up with a master batch. This master batch has usually started from 12th of November. So we hardly have only two classes there. Okay, this batch is the master batch for the PPB preparation if you are going to target this subject for your upcoming examination, May and June 2025. Okay, you can enroll in this batches, and for enrolling in this batch, you can either go for the master batch or you can just have the super elite subscription. Now, if you are going for a super elite subscription, you don't have to buy each and in every batch individually. So if you are buying the subscription, you will get all the batch, crash plus crackers batch, JAIIB batch, every batch, foundation batch, every batch. So you don't need to buy each and every batch individually. So if you are targeting both JAIIB and CAP, you can go for a mega cracker. And if you are targeting only JAIIB, then go for JAIIB Super Elite subscription, right? So there is a currently discount that is going on, and that is the 47% off on the JAIIB and CAB subscription. Kindly, everyone, you can just use the code Afreen, AFREEN, or just use the code SUPER also, and you will get 47% off in the Oliveboard app, right? Everyone, okay, so thank you so much, everyone, guys, for attending this session. I hope that you have all enjoyed this session. If you have enjoyed this session, kindly please like and share the video to the maximum you can. And if you haven't subscribed this channel yet, kindly please subscribe the channel and press the bell notification icon. Please, everyone, if you have if you have understood what I have taught you in the class, kindly please like the video and share as much as you can. Thank you so much. Take care, everyone. Bye bye, guys. Bye, everyone. Take care.